Just allowing yourself to get into that sweet spot where you can just rest and be still. Just like you're going to take a little nap, a little rest. Just allow this feeling of relaxation to spread all throughout your body. Bring your awareness to your feet. Allow your feet to be soft and relaxed. Allow your legs to be soft and relaxed. Allow your pelvis to be soft and relaxed. Allow your stomach to be soft and relaxed. Allow your chest to be soft and relaxed. Allow your arms to be soft and relaxed. Allow your neck and shoulders to be soft and relaxed. Allow your face to be soft and relaxed. Allow your head to be soft and relaxed. Allow this feeling of relaxation to expand and amplify as you allow your whole body to be soft and relaxed. Imagine that bright, shining star of white light above your head. This powerful white light. Allow it to pass all the way down through your chakras and all the way out through your feet, expanding all around you so that you are completely held within this sphere of white light. This sphere of white light will stay around you the entire time that we work today, and only the highest beings of light and love can work with you today. All is well. All is well. I want you to remember that if you hear any sounds in the space or outside of your space, these are only natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you at all. You will easily be able to focus on the information and focus on my voice. And all other noises will help you to relax even deeper, twice as relaxed. Very good. Now I'd like to use the words that we've agreed upon to help you go even deeper, so we can find the answers that you need for your life. Are you ready to go on your journey?
Yes.
The words are blue rose. Deeper and deeper. Blue rose. Deeper and deeper. Blue rose. We are drifting and floating throughout all of time and space. looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop and explore. We're moving through time and space. When I count to 3, we'll be at that new time and that new place. 1, moving to that time and place. 2, connecting with the energy and sensations of that time and place. 3, you've arrived. What do you see there?
I'm on a ship.
You're on a ship? Tell me about it.
I have a black microphone looking out at the earth. I'm zooming around.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is clear. It has lots of names for things, and there's a being with very long fingers.
Mm-hmm. There's a being with really long fingers.
Sounds being made like boop boop boop, and sounds of the buttons and showing me something. Something to do with the biology of the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a blue screen, blue energy. It looks sort of like lines and dots.
Mm-hmm. Lines and dots. Mm-hmm. Look around and tell me more about what you see there in that space. Describe it all to me.
It's like the ship is going from clear to like rainbow pearlescent, and it's sort of like not solid.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of moves and has sort of, it's kind of breathing. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
almost like jellyfish in the ocean, but it's like in the universe, kind of to describe,
Mm-hmm.
not shapes like jellyfish.
Mm-hmm. And you said that there's a being there showing you some things. Is there anybody else there in the space?
I turned around and it actually is, it goes like it's kind of a long ship, and it has like a, like a, what you stand on in an airport to make you go fast down a hall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got all these different, like, oh my god, it has all these different animals.
Tell me about it. What do you see there?
It's like it's got special fish in the water. It's got all these endangered species.
Hmm.
Oh, it's nice. Tiger.
It sounds really nice there.
Yeah, it's really nice. They're taking care of it. And there's like plants, there's like algae. Oh my god, they're taking this to another planet. Oh,
Tell me about that.
they're taking care of the important things so that we don't ruin it. And they're going to make sure it's all okay in the end. And they're going to take this and us to a better planet if this one doesn't work out. While they're trying to help us here, but they have a plan in case of emergency.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that backup plan.
Oh, it's like starships and rainbows and galaxies and blue beings and white dots and creams and colors. Light speed. I can go through space really fast in this ship.
Mm-hmm.
I can go through the whole wall of the universe very quickly, and it's this is very easy for them. This is nothing. This is small potatoes. This is help. They're happy to help us. Not such a big deal.
That's so wonderful. I want you to become aware of your own form. Look down at the ground and tell me what you see as you scan up your body.
I'm wearing like this, like kind of like I'm like some sort of soldier or some sort of. I have badges and like a uniform.
Mm-hmm. Describe it to me. Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like flaps and metal, and also I have strange feet that look like roots of a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Your feet look like roots of a tree.
really old feet.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a glow. It's like light coming in through the roots of the tree of my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And you said you're wearing some badges. What are the badges for?
At different times in my life, I'll understand them. It'll be messages and directions and people I'm supposed to meet and organize and awake,
Mm-hmm.
activate,
Mm-hmm.
correct spines if I have to, and fix things. And the quantum field is at my service.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Are you carrying anything in your arms or in your hands?
Oh, like I feel like I have these like I'm holding this sort of blue light, like cylinder metal bar, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
a bar. It's like blue, and it has like a blue ball at the end.
What do you use this device for?
It's part of. It has like light. It has like buzzing. It has like.
Said,
I put it on people's eyes, on their third eye, and I
mm-hmm.
act and I
Mm-hmm.
my lightning.
Wonderful. What about your neck and in your head? Describe that to me. What do you look like?
My hand on someone's head though, and I'm seeing that I'm receiving messages from doing this. Like I'm putting it on there, and they're giving me information. I'm gathering all of the information that we all have.
Mm-hmm. What kind of information does this being have?
Oh, it's not. It's showing me how I'm going to do it. It's showing me as like it's like actually not a real one. It's an example.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh, nice.
Tell me about it.
It's sort of like they're, like projecting like guidance, kind of guiding me, showing me how I will walk on the earth, and I will connect it to these roots, and then this will come up through my feet, and then it will come out through my hands and do this work, and it's part of Gaia Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's wonderful. What a nice system to use. What does your head look like? What about your upper body there? What do you see there when you look at yourself?
Oh, kind of bright. Hard to look at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll just know what you look like.
I'm
Yeah.
really beautiful, and I'm glowing.
You're
My hair
glowing. Mm-hmm.
is gold, and my skin is glowing white. I
Mm-hmm.
do this with me. I'm feeling this beacon of vibrant. It's angelic. It's
Mm-hmm.
an angel. I'm here as an angel.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I want you to take me on the journey with you and tell me what happens next. What are you learning?
Just like I'm learning, being told to sit more and feel the vibration of the plants and the messages of the
Mm-hmm.
spirits on the earth, and how I'm seeing my work is, I keep seeing a meadow. I keep seeing these like they're showing how they're going to actually ascend into the meadow, and they're going to start making contact with us, and this is all okay, and we're going to integrate knowing.
Tell me more about that plan.
They're going to like come down off of their jellyfish like starships and to step down and allow us to come up and see what they have and how they're helping us, and for us to spread the message that we're not alone, and we're all going to be okay, and they've sort of got us in their like basket, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
cradling us. We're babies compared to them.
Wonderful.
We'll grow into this expanse because it's part of our soul's journey and part of it all.
That's so wonderful. So they're going to come down and allow us to come up, and we'll learn from them.
Show us like how cool it is that they're kind to all these animals and sort of steer us away from the fear that we are separate from them. The bad. Of like this, I'm feeling this, the bad is like a black goop, dark. It's almost like, it feels like a disease.
Tell me about this darkness, this disease. What is it? How does it work?
Disease that got into our DNA some sort of way. It was like injected into us. Stop taking the medicines they tell us to take and dulling our brightness. And it's time to, we have to listen to our voices and have to be loud, really loud.
What do you mean we have to be loud?
We have to be loud and say what we have to say and not hesitate anymore and stand up and speak our truth and our peace about Earth. And the only way that we can save this planet is if we step up and do this together. On a breaking point in our societies here, seeing all of the being just shown all of the corporations and the smog. It's like that's the disease of the planet is the smog, and it's coming into our spine, and it's coming in this is the disease is the disconnection from this bright universe. It's like a portal in our spine. We have a portal keeping us from connecting to that. But it's okay, and we can fix it easily. And all we have to do is breathe in faith and breathe out war.
Wonderful. So breathing in faith and breathing out war, just letting it go.
Letting it go.
That makes sense. What did they? Go ahead.
No, I see a big peace panel. I see a big peace panel around the whole, circling the whole, like a huge table that goes across the whole globe, just completely connecting all of us.
That's so wonderful. What else do they want to show you today?
Oh, Africa is a problem though. It's not able to go through Africa.
Why not?
Because the people there are starving. It's hard to talk about world peace when the people can't even eat. Gotta take better care of them.
Tell me more about that. What can we do to support Africa?
We have all this money and resources. We live way outside of our means, and we don't need everything that we have. And we need to give back so that they can be strong enough and we can link arms. We have too much and they have too little. The balance. Oh, it's just all the poverty. It's like making me sick.
I want you to just allow that sickness to be transmuted easily into the light so that you can let it go. So you can be nice and strong as you face these parts of consciousness.
It's so sad.
Yeah. Just allow this energy to be felt and released now.
I'm being shown that time that I smoked a peace pipe that I get to do it again with some natives, and I will bring about peace. It's okay. I'm actually supposed to feel all this.
Yeah. Why are you supposed to feel all of this?
Because I'm so sensitive.
Yeah.
Because I can somehow like soak it all in and burst it into sunlight.
Yeah. Go ahead.
My solar plexus, and it's like a rock, dark, keeping that from. It's like right in front of that. It's like right in front of the faucet of my brightness.
Well, maybe they can support you now in helping to keep your system clean and clear so that you can do that easily. What did they show you next?
You're back. You lost.
What are they showing you next? Tell me what's happening as it happens.
I'm sort of floating. I see that I'm like floating, and I have sort of this like paintbrush, and I'm like just sort of floating in this bright warmth, expansiveness. It also feels like I'm inside of an eye.
Tell me more about that eye.
It has electricity. Reminds me of that tool that I had in my hand. I think I'm inside that.
Well, tell me what you're learning inside of this eye.
Use it with my I have to fully accept that I am powerful enough to be given this. Know my worth. And it's time to draw the line between the past and the reality.
Well, let's go ahead and draw that line and tell me what happens as it happens.
I'm feeling like I'm starting to have static energy. It's like kind of getting harder to draw the line because it's like I have to pull harder. Oh, it's done. Yeah, that was easy to push through. I made it.
Wonderful. How does that feel?
I see. It makes me feel like I can see the stories of faith that have been shown before, and I can tap into that power. I see the parting of the seas, the story from the Bible.
I wonder why they're showing you that.
I went there actually right when this whole thing started. Before I was floating, I was on the ground of the ocean, and the water was like shooting up around me.
What do you see as you look around that space? Describe it to me.
Flashes of like images and like places and like settings, and it's quick lightning. It's like golden. The word Shekinah has come to me a lot. Shekinah.
Shekinah.
Yes, God's glory and faith and beyond words, beyond understandings that I have up until now.
Wonderful. We're going to learn a little bit more now. I want you to close that scene and allow yourself to relax even deeper. Getting even deeper into relaxation. Letting go of that scene completely as we move to the next important scene for you. Be there now and tell me what you see.
Sitting on the throne, I'm wearing all white, and there's golden room around. This feels like a sacred space. And there's water, there's people in robes bathing in steam and flowers, and it smells like really beautiful incense.
It's wonderful. Are you alone there, or are there others with you?
Oh, it feels like it's full of people, and there's people laughing, music playing. I see someone's playing a harp, and
It's so wonderful.
it's very beautiful. It's a celebration, and it goes outside. Again, a long environment of goes like as far as a football field, and I'm at the top of this waterfall again. Look out, and it looks Pangea. Oh, before everything changed. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm going back to the beginning of the planet. I think I'm
Tell,
going.
well, tell me what's happening there at the beginning. What do you see?
Saying like we're all here at the beginning of the birthing of the planet, and the birth of the planet comes when the waterfall came into this planet, and we were. This planet was. She earned it. Oh, the planet has the badges. She earned this. Gaia was a young woman once. And she earned this ability, and the gods blessed her. Oh,
Tell me all about it. What do you see
really?
there?
I see that this waterfall is sending all of life force. It's like the river, but where it came from, way up above, and also right with it. It's everyone is so excited. They're celebrating this right now.
What does everyone look like when you see them?
Some actually don't have faces, and some have like nature. Like I keep seeing like storm energy, and I see that some of the people's hands they have like human parts and then glowing parts and floating part. When I get really close to them, they're not one thing. It's all everything. Oh my god, it's all God. It's all one thing. Oh, it's separation because it's fun.
Mm-hmm. It's fun to explore separation.
To explore. It's sort of like experimenting with what we're capable, what's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Many
Beautiful.
gifts have been bestowed upon the planet. Oh my gosh, the waterfall is just going to the center of the planet in Pangea.
Mm-hmm.
There's like something stored under there. It's like a temple under there.
Mm-hmm.
Golden temple. I'm seeing them put their hands, they've come down to it now. Everyone's coming down to Pangea, and they're putting their hands on the. Oh, all of them have to come back at once, and that's how it reactivates. All of it has to come back to God, and we all put our hand on Pangea, and our hands connect to these light codes. But we have to begin accepting these light codes and come back to the God selves that we are. Again, let go of war and fear. I'm seeing angelic wings.
Beautiful. So what's happening next?
There's a spiral of energies, and we're all coming closer together, and we're watching it come into the seed. And the seed is now turning into an orb, and it's sort of coming more alive. Oh, different little species and animals are coming from it. And okay, well, that started, and that's where it came from. Okay, that's where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
That was the moment.
And how did the little species and the different forms of light start coming?
From the seed and the life that was poured into this gift, this blessed place, and
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have explaining. It just was created, and
Yeah.
God wanted it, so it was, and here we are now.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
I come back to it though.
How does that happen?
I gotta start dancing. Everybody's gotta dance and sing and praise and raise the vibrations. Seriously, we just have to raise it. We just have to do it, because it's not a matter of how we do it. We just have to do it. And belief systems are a big part of the problem of the disease.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at like a scroll now.
What's going on with the scroll?
the scroll, it changes no matter what I'm thinking. But it's waiting for me to not think. And it's waiting for me to take it. I have to take the scroll and put it in my backpack.
Mm-hmm. What will happen when that happens?
I see a stairway opening up, and I'm supposed to walk up it, and it looks sort of like a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And I see clouds, and that storm is at the top.
Mm-hmm. The storm is up there?
Mm-hmm. There's definitely lightning and thunder and magic and things. And also, it's like dark, and it feels like it's kind of a little bit broken and not messy, but something's coming out of it. It needs to be fixed. This place in the universe
And
is,
how does it get fixed?
well, I think we fix it.
Mm-hmm.
We fix it by, the messages are in our water. It's in the water of our bodies, a water of, we are there. We are already there with it. Again, coming back to our ability.
Yeah. Wonderful.
So, to be capable of finding our way and climbing to the top of a mountain is one. And then the blue sky will open again and
That's wonderful. You were saying that Gaia needed to do some things to earn her badges. Tell me what that means.
I'm saying that she had earned them, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why she became a planet,
Mm.
and that's why she got to be our mother. What an honor it is for her to have come so far in the universe, to have gained the trust of the stars and all of its people and all of our things, all of the sacredness and all of the things are here in Gaia. This is like, we're like a treasure box. We are this special thing and we have no idea.
No idea of what?
No idea of how sacred we are, how special we are. And Gaia trained actually for a long time to be strong enough to hold us on her back. You see her running through obstacles and shooting arrows and warrior. A long time, many lifetimes Gaia lived before she was able to be strong enough to hold this. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, see, Gaia is like a true daughter of Creator. I see her holding her hand of her father,
Mm-hmm.
very tall, man of stone, almost marble.
Wonderful. Let's learn a little bit more. Let's close that scene. Closing that scene completely and letting go. Just taking some nice deep breaths as you let go of the energy from that scene and surrender. We're moving forward to the next important scene. Be there now and tell me what you see.
So my body is sort of being shown to me how I have looks and memories of all colors. And I was given all of these memories of all these different lifetimes of generations of experiences so that I can channel through the privilege of my looks I face hard things, and Black women especially. That's part of it. So I was made to be this way to help all of those that are locked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm supposed to be a, a beautiful being for purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Praise because I will give praise. And I have a tube that's being sent into my stomach of like when I'm ready to ingest this. I see the egg of the light codes, it's blue. When I'm ready to restore order in my vessel and allow my body to, it's like, I mean, sort of, and now the energy around me is getting very blue and
Mm-hmm.
sparkly. And I had been connected, suspended by cords, and it's letting go of the cords, and I'm beginning to have this blue vibrancy come into my stomach and fill me up, flushing away all the darkness. It feels like the ocean is coming into me. It feels like the depths.
Let's go ahead and relax and allow this transformation to happen now. I'm going to do a little light language.
Oh, oh, oh. It's really beautiful because I understand, like am, I am into, whew, my life already is happening. This, I see grandmothers encircling my family and Windsong and her beauty and her rivers and wind and her faith and mine combined. It's like this. Oh, I understand.
Just allow that energy to expand and integrate now.
Oh. No more doubt. I expel any doubt or fear that any decision is wrong. I expel any doubt.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Allowing all the energy to clear and clean out now. Very good. Let's allow this healing to continue in the background while we learn a little bit more. I'm feeling a nudge to close this scene, and let's move to a time and a place that has a connection between Raina and myself. We're moving to a time and a space to learn about our connection. Be there now and tell me what you see.
You're pointing this way. I'm seeing sort of fish swimming around. I'm seeing this energy of you're pointing and walking around. Oh, you're walking around in a circle now. And I'm standing there. And you're showing me underneath the grid, underneath the ground. And you're going to show me how to connect to the grid. And it's blue and it's like It's very much so matrixy, but it's also very much so tangible.
Mm-hmm.
What I see is a spiraling. I see a spiraling. I see that you're pointing and you're directing and you're doing teaching me how to come into presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I also have gifts ahead. I think that there's something coming. And it's not really, I mean, I can't stop saying the meta where all of this is happening, but very much so the goddess wants to rise.
Mm-hmm.
We have been so blessed. Oh, we are this, I understand. Michael, Reina, the family. There's this sacred family happening. Sacred family that goes beyond death. And I just see this golden thrones and cherubs and whew.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can connect with me telepathically there and see if there's a message that wants to be shared.
I'm seeing you sitting, being almost too small in your being to get up to the throne that you're supposed to be in. Because, Michael, you're playing too small because you're not meant to be so small. Think bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to be center stage. Because your role has not been fulfilled yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're supposed to actually continue to get bigger and bigger. I see this huge chair of thrones that they just kind of grow, and it actually is so high, one of them, it's hundreds of feet, and it has beautiful etchings in it. And it's got like this story of this beautiful story, and you're meant to become one with that.
Mm-hmm. Does this aspect of me have any advice on how to do that?
Have to know when something is ready, when a new chapter can begin, when a new expanse is ready. Also, a hesitation of whether that you understand whether it's the right timing or not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, begin to really explore your wealth, your well of knowledge.
Okay. So it sounds like some of it is my maturing through my own exploration, and some of it is a larger timing.
I see you like sort of looking down, doing this, and more of your work is meant to be where you're in your body, I see like a sphinx, like I see like a and up, knowing when a job is done and knowing where the turns are comes from your inner innate truth.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as maturing, doesn't really feel like the right term because it's far more expansive than that,
Mm-hmm.
far more particular.
Mm-hmm.
Part of your soul wants to explore higher democracy,
Higher democracy?
higher realms of democracy and order.
Mm-hmm.
I see you with you have some sort of thing that hits the ground and makes order up there well, you have to choose. You have the ability to jump
Mm-hmm.
bigger body. Oh, I see that your bigger body is there waiting for you to step into it like
Mm-hmm.
this.
What's a practical step that I need to take to step into that bigger body?
Visualizing your feet in a pool of mercury, minerals, washing your feet more, washing your feet, oils on your feet, adorning yourself daily, taking the extra time to see the value in your beauty, in your expression, in your gifts and your presence. It's actually a very simple shift, not so far away.
Okay, so it's more about us honoring and a self-soothing, that kind of thing. Not such a big leap that I need to do. It's just kind of
Really allowing yourself to believe in your power and stop thinking so small about what you're doing.
mm-hmm. Maybe they can give you an example of what thinking small is and what thinking big would be.
You're not supposed to just fix this planet and be part of this. You're supposed to also, you're sort of gonna like connect and communicate worlds together and be able to hold order in realms while also being here, being connected to that bigger bodies in here
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, whenever you need to.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Very good. Is there anything else that needs to be shared there in that?
I would say take some time to envision this marble throne having chairs of sizes and envisioning yourself being able to be in them and how it feels and the new body and just finding time to connect.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. You had also said that there was something coming in one of those scenes, like there was something that's on its way. Maybe you can see images of that now and tell me what that is.
So has to do with the change of our planet and
Mm-hmm.
soul and shockwave panic. Far more panic than pandemic, more of a deep shattering that's going to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And we've begun this activation. Portals are going to open up everywhere. People are going to becoming one with many new things, and part of it is really hard to say exactly what it all looks like for all beings, and some will not stand, some will turn to dust, and some will continue that cycle of death, and others will acknowledge the teachings and raise the vibration together. So it's a happening of energies and coming to a point. I think it's coming to like a singular point
Mm-hmm.
where it's like all of this energy is we're holding it and then it's going to come and it's going to become this one thing, and then it sort of feels like it's going to have a reaction,
Mm-hmm.
very strong reaction that will ripple through all of the universe and all of the things, and it's just like it feels like a yearning
Mm-hmm.
that creator and well, everything outside of creator and all of the things. And
Mm-hmm.
see this white room again.
Tell me about it. What do you see there?
Here before, it's a place where I see a white room with like computers, and again back to this like, is there someone out there controlling all of this?
Well, let's ask. Is there something out there controlling all of this? You'll see it now.
Yep.
Tell me about it. What do you see there?
I see hiding from me. It's like wanting to play a game. It's like a young boy
Mm-hmm.
alone for a long time, and he wants to hide and seek and play.
Mm-hmm.
And, no, I don't
Maybe,
quite understand this, but that's fine.
maybe you can telepathically ask that boy if he has something to share with you. You can hear that message now.
Huh. Um, hmm. Can you play with me? Hmm. Oh, he wants to work on my body and play and poke at me, and oh, it's not really the controller. This is like a distraction. I don't know that the control of this wants to be seen.
Okay. Very good.
The distraction. It's very, very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it's just a game being played with a little boy and balls. And
Mm-hmm.
messing with me right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see if we can close that seed now. Let it go. Taking a nice deep breath into the body. And as you exhale, double the feeling of relaxation all over the body. Doubling that feeling of relaxation all over the body. We're going to move now to a time where we can learn more about this shockwave. We're moving to a time where we can learn more about this shockwave. Be there now and tell me what you see.
I see that place and this place far between, but not, because like how particles are far away but not at the same time, and we have to radiate this and connect. it's,
Mm-hmm.
it's a radiation, and it feels like we have to sort of scrape away and clean, like we have to clean the glass of our field. We have to like clean around ourselves and our um it's us, and it's oh, I'm seeing that it's like being prepared, like I'm seeing sort of like a cauldron
Mm-hmm.
now. I'm seeing that it's sort of in the making, a cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all of these things that we think are not related that are happening
Mm-hmm.
because we can't understand that chaos as a rhythm. And it's the more chaotic, the more we're getting to it, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually all of it will come to that single point, and this
Mm-hmm.
cold, all of it will just be done. It'll be cooked,
Mm-hmm.
and then as if like we will choose to drink this medicine, we will choose it, and it will
Mm-hmm.
be us.
Wonderful. So this buildup of chaos until that singular point of
It will all make sense when it happens, and
mm-hmm,
we'll see that until we're cleared, and until our
mm-hmm,
roads are directed and cleared and
very good.
a part of this storm.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. There's some more global chaotic energy to build up until that release.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like we're not supposed to have all the direct answers. More of what we need to know is that it is real and that we are breaking the chains of the government and the world, and bad things are happening because bad beings have taken over our planet.
Yep.
Bad energies, and the things. The universe is here to support us and begging us to cooperate.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering about some of those events or some of those signs that we're building up towards those major points, to that major point. Maybe they can show you images and tell you a little bit about how we can measure how close we are.
I'm seeing when something happens with an oil factory, I'm seeing a big problem that happens. Something happens,
With
whether
the
an explosion of a oil place, a big factory that I'm seeing like a lot of smoke coming from this. And so I see that it's like something under the earth, this anger under the earth is going to come up.
mm-hmm. Anger under the earth is going to come up. Is that like seismic activity or is it something man-made?
It feels like it's seismic. It feels like some sort of shaking of the planet, some sort of rustling of the earth and connection to this factory of oil.
Mm-hmm.
And the evil will spread for some time, but we have to not allow it to clog our throat chakras. And we have to take this elixir to help us stay clear of this. So it's in our dream space and we can all accept it and open it. And there will be like a manual and a guide, and we'll do this before we go to bed. And as a collective, we will come to know how to cultivate this. We have to figure it out. We have to learn how to use this quantum field. Michael, you're part of that.
Mm-hmm.
We will activate one at a time, but we can't let the how get in our way because we have to do it in order for it to be done. And so it's a beginning of
Mm-hmm.
something big, but we have to get everyone on board, and that takes a big power. And
Yeah,
finding the way to connect to all of the hearts of the planet and the people, finding a way.
that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Well, now let's close the scene. Close the scene. And now I want to drift up a little higher to connect with Raina's higher consciousness, even clearer, even stronger than ever before. We're connecting with Raina's higher consciousness, even stronger, even clearer than ever before. We are connected. May I speak with Raina's higher consciousness?
Yes, my dear. Hello.
Hello there. Thank you so much for working with us today. I'd like to take some time to ask some questions. Is that appropriate?
Yes.
Very good. Out of everything that you could have shown Raina today, why did you show her the spaceship?
Because she's always been up here with it.
Mm-hmm.
Way. Part of her soul died when Nancy died and came here for care, and she's been scared. She's been with us for some time, actually. She's had flashes of the radio connection. We've tried to connect to her and bring her back down, but she hasn't fully been ready, but feels as though time is now. And her songs are coming and have been coming, and a message is here, and she's a sweet one. She's soft and hardened by the world, so she had to go through that, and we've been here with her for some time now. Mm.
Well, now that it's time for this higher activation to happen, can you begin doing it now?
Mm. Yes.
Tell me what you're doing as you do it.
I'm connecting, sending energy from my third eye and all of my being into to her, giving myself the energy. Thing is that she doesn't understand, but needs to let go of in order for a fusion to happen, is for her to get past the poverty of her life. She has the ability to surround the entire planet like a shield of light, and her power comes from part of her gifts. Please be with her now.
Wonderful. The other thing that she was shown was being taken aboard ships and having this exchange program happening with different star families. Why did you show this to her?
Because she's a special being who wants to be of service and has wanted to heal the planet since before she was born, because she has a mission and has always in her DNA felt like she needs to help everyone, and we can help her do that. And it's part of her truth and her light. Yahweh. Oh.
What are you showing her now?
The scroll has these like messages underneath the inside the page that were always there. It feels like some sort of spell is being broken, and she's able to like stand tall, and this energy is spiraling around her, and the scroll is circling around her, and she's becoming a scroll. Because her destiny was always about this, because it was always about surrender. Her capacity for faith is the power of lightning and power of magic, and she's done the training, and all she has to do is find her joy again, and her joy is on her path. So illuminating her now feels right,
Wonderful. Can you go ahead and activate and amplify that illumination process now?
Yes.
Can you continue doing that while I ask other questions?
Yeah. She's had so many lifetimes, though, actually, that have been many faces to take off, but she's ready.
Very
Ask,
good. Say that again.
ask your questions. I'm doing my work.
Thank you so much. So then she was being shown her connection to the beginning of life on the planet when Pangea was still here. What can you share with us about Pangea or why you were showing that image to her?
Oh, because she was feeling it like already, how it's upside down world, but it's actually because upside down means the temple's opening up in the planet. Because it's come back to this, oh, it's like the singular point coming back to it. It already is there. I see. Showing that we're coming back to that singular point of the heavens opening up and the waterfalls flowing again. Oh, it's meant to be, we're meant to be connected to this waterfall of life. And she's here to restore that because she became that waterfall when she accepted her heart and her love. And we are all meant to be connected to our divinity and our purpose, and death is no longer meant to be here with us because that's a big part of the issue. The
Very
planet
good.
is not dying. The planet is so wise and strong, and really she wants to come back to this energy of being, but doesn't want to hurt us in the process. So she's being gentle and she's nudging us. The planet is nudging us.
Very good. I'm wondering if there's anything else that needs to be done for her healing today. Anything else that needs to be done for her activation?
She has got to start singing every day. And so that her vessel can harmonize and open up and allow this to integrate. And the way that she will fuse with this upside down world is through vibrations and sounds. She needs to explore and stop being afraid of making sounds. There's something in her mind that tells her when she makes a sound that she's doing something wrong. I would like to help her with that.
Very good. Can you help her with that now and tell me what you're doing as you do it?
I'm asking for her to trust me and let it fall from her tongue and jaw and lips and nose and part of her face. Oh, she feels guilty for how she hasn't always taken the best care of herself and got locked in a cycle of that. Lorena, you were not meant to be that way, so it's okay. It's easy. Just say, it's done.
Wonderful. Is there anything else in her body that needs to be healed today? Please do a scan and let me know.
She's been injured and locked for some time in her arm and neck and shoulder because, well, her body is not allowing her to not do her purpose because she needs to be stronger and exercise and dancer and teacher and mover. Balance. She must find her balance again. And it comes back to that cord of blue energy coming into her belly. That cord always needs to be going before the light codes and the energy comes in through there. And that's where she needs to move from and stand from and connect with. And her work will begin from here, and this will be better. And she will be okay.
Now that she knows that, can you begin working on her neck and shoulder and arms?
Yes.
Thank you. Tell me what you're doing as you do it.
I'm putting these little gel kind of circle things on her for her to feel as she moves how she's holding her body. She just has to come back to her posture and her yoga awareness. These points are going to be here until she is living in them all the time, and then they will go away. But they will feel like they're kind of pulling and tugging on her skin in all the areas that will correct her spine. And eventually, she'll come back to her tall, strong presence.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that needs to be adjusted in her physical body or her energy?
Yeah. Grapevine. Grapevine. Not sure. Grapevine. She'll be okay as long as she takes her time, slows down, feels her heart, breathes more.
Okay.
That's one thing that needs to go, and is the thing that is creating a loop in her body. And her manifestation powers are incredibly strong. So she will manifest all the things that she needs if she slows down and feels, because she knows what herbs around her she should have when it's all in her area and her surroundings. It's always going to be around her. So trust. She needs trust.
Wonderful. Can you clear any doubting energies and infuse her with higher trust now?
I'm going to put an evergreen tree inside of her heart.
Wonderful. She was wondering to know what her next steps are in her life. Can you share with her about that?
Grace, compassion, and love for their father, and forgiveness, her children's father, because he has been lost a very long time, and this will be hard for him. So do not react to anything, and find peaceful ways of interacting, and all will fall into place. Be the wisdom of the lioness mother and take care of your cubs and be fair.
Wonderful. Can you clear any energies from her system that would make her reactive or unable to really be anchored into that loving, compassionate, patient space of motherhood?
Yeah.
The other thing that she was wanting to know was, why has there been a distance between that higher level of embodiment and connection to the higher realms and her human self? Why is there all this space?
Because her father wanted her to explore these realms before he gave her his hand to hold. Because she would have been so entitled and not able to harness fully the gifts of spirit and truth and harmony and harmonize with all things had she not had to seek it, ask for it from the depths of herself, because she had to want it truly before she could have it. And she hasn't fully wanted it until now, I guess. Because she's been held down by feeling bad for not handling the hard things always in the best way. And she's finally able to have compassion for herself and understand. It was really hard. She's very, very resilient.
Well, now can we close that gap a bit to the most appropriate level so she can feel that higher level embodiment and connection now?
Oh, yes, I see and feel layers of these light bodies and stacking on top and sinking in. I see a layer of sand and ocean and spiraling and blue in the grid. And, oh.
Speaking of the grid, we moved to a scene where we could learn about her and my connection, and she said I was going to teach her to connect to this grid. Can you share with us more about that?
Um, so there has been times with your movements where you have been able to move your body in ways and activate your DNA through this movements on the planet. And that is part of something she too will be doing.
Take one moment and allow the microphone to adjust. Just taking a moment for the microphone to adjust. Are you able to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So share with me a little bit about how Raina is going to be moving across the planet to different places.
We'll begin with small workshops, and then I see a bunch of people laying on the ground, and then the grid is underneath them. Well, we've activated a grid, and we're pulling the grid up through them, and through our movements, oh, we open up grids above people for them, but we have to have their permission going into this big, expansive place, and people will sign their waivers, and this will be very real work. People will ask to come, and this will be very, very powerful and strong. But Reina has to really be clear, and Reina has to drink more water.
Okay, very good.
And there is many more things coming through the teachings of the planet, and creating workshops and manuals and information and spreading of this knowledge, and many will have an interconnected expanse of this. The grid is fusing together, and it will take efforts.
Wonderful. She also has had this vision of being in a prison with chains and being locked away, like this ancestral chain. What does she need to know so that she can heal this part of herself completely today?
feels like her mother, who has had horrible things in life, really needs to be let go of, be becoming your own chain in the ancestry line, and finding a voice outside of her influence is good for her, good for you. And this eventually will not feel as much of a chain wrapped around, and eventually will become a fountain of youth. Oh, it's fountain of youth inside. Wow. How interesting. It's such a beautiful thing inside here.
Beautiful. I'm wondering if there's anything else that needs to be shared with her today so that she can feel really clear and aligned with her purpose and on her path.
Mm. She's taken on this energy of being timid and afraid, and it's affecting her ability to speak clearly and with intent. And so she needs to recognize that is not who she is, so that she can be who she really wants to be. So acknowledging this facade is over.
Wonderful. Just clearing that energy from her completely now. And I'm wondering, have we reached completion for the journey and healing for today in this session?
Feels like, yeah, it feels like there's been a lot of work already to get here. Feels like there's messages that will come again, and checking back would be good. But for now, I want to leave you and her with this grid and the thrones and the vision of thinking bigger and allowing our dreams. Oh, okay. So part of this is for the next, is it 3 or 30? We'll find out if it's 3 nights or 30 nights. It's a lot of nights. Well, we need to really intentionally write down the dreams and also write out our thoughts before going to bed so we can really be clear in the dream space of the way that this will work for us and for all. So that feels like homework.
Thank you. So taking the next so many nights to write before we go to sleep and write about our dreams.
Write about our dreams, write about everything. All of the colors are very important. The colors that we see in the dreams are really the energies that we have to work with. So reflecting on those.
That makes sense. Thank you. I'd like to ask for my higher self and team of guides, all the way to Source, are there any final messages for me before we close?
I just saw like a really beautiful sort of something spiraling out of your third eye. Oh, it's showing that you need to connect to the visions of your third eye more and also allow your consciousness to go up the spiral out and into that. And it's sort of like water, and you keep seeing fish and water and streams sort of spiraling up. And it's not just fish, it's the ocean life. And there's messages and songs in there for you to connect to.
Thank you so much for that imagery, and I'll be sure to do the work. Thank you. I'd like to ask all of these wonderful beings of light to proceed to the spaces where they belong, bring into the background where they belong so they can continue their healing work over these next few days and nights. In the background, please. Just asking you to recede into the background where you belong. Now I'd like the full consciousness and personality of Raina to integrate back into her body now. Fully integrate back into her body now, replacing all of the other parts we have worked with. Now all of the consciousness and personality of Raina has integrated back into her body and fully integrated back into her body now. Raina, take a moment to set an intention for yourself to anchor in this new energy. Let it bubble up from your heart and spread across your field.
Gotta flex some new muscles, I think.
Say that again.
I gotta flex some new muscles, I think.
Nice. Well, now I'm going to count from 1 to 10, and with each number that I count up, you'll become more and more embodied back into your body, completely replacing all of the other parts we were working with. So follow me up, and on the count of 10, you'll be back in your body completely, feeling really charged and ready to flex those new muscles. 1, 2, coming back into your body as you breathe deeper, fuller, expanding the lungs and getting the heart rate up. 3, 4, moving your body, fingers and toes, waking up those systems as you take over your body completely now. 5, 6, hearing the sounds around you as you come back into the space, feeling really good as you come back into the space and back into your body. 7, 8, coming up really good now. 9, 10, back in your body completely now, feeling really good.
Yeah. That was really cool.
That was really cool.
That was really cool. I mean, I don't even think I've had any visions come to me, and I was like working on like, all right, I'm just gonna see what I need to see. Let it go. Wow.
Then boom, you're on a light ship.
Oh my gosh, right? And I was like, I have no idea where I'm gonna land. I keep seeing these different places, but then like it had been for me, the powerful experience I had in the Akashic Records was I was seeing all these things, and then when I let go, I saw this before she said the part in the meditation that I would see the exact thing that I saw, and it was like, whoa. So it's when I was like, yeah, so that's real.
So cool. So you're on one of these ships that carry life from place to place, space to space, just kind of stewarding.
Yeah, and there's like all kinds of other galaxies of life forms that are like fusing together and just like helping one another and evolution and just like yeah.
That's the theme of this universe, is seeking harmony. So when this particular universe was created, that was the theme, that everything was always evolving towards harmony. But when the negative polarity consciousness was created, so that there would be a challenge to that, just so there would be more friction, more growth, more surprise to it. And here on this planet, that negative polarity, just, the experiment with what could happen on a free will planet when that's introduced, got, totally out of control. And so now that's why we're all here. We're reclaiming it and bringing back that Earth itself. The theme for Earth was seeking harmony within diversity. So it was like all of these different life forms were brought here, different levels of consciousness, to see like how they interact and how they evolve together. And when that dark energy came in, it really disrupted life here. So
We're doing the work though.
we're doing it. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, it sounds like we have big, a lot more turmoil on the planet building up into that singularity point.
Feels like that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Some people need slapped awake pretty hard.
Yeah, and it's really I just kept seeing the oil countries are the ones.
Oil countries
Oil countries
like Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Russia,
Yep.
probably. Yeah.
Like they're gonna have to pay for some big karma and things they've done wrong to Gaia.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. Yeah. How does your body feel?
I feel like I'm buzzing, but
Yeah.
it's really full of light right now.
Yeah. Good. I love that. So
I
it feels like you've got like a big thumbs up to just like step into that next thing
yeah.
and go for it and use your voice and
And I'm totally supported by this rainbow family, and it's always a lot of times I like forget who I'm with and the family and the connections and the planet and like the ways that I'm just kind of being funneled into like stepping into this way,
yeah.
and it's kind of making sense.
Well, now you've been shown just how much support you've got going on there. It's more than just like a few little angels. You've got legions supporting your mission here. So anytime any of those little doubting thoughts come up, you can be like, "Oh, you're funny. I know what's really going on here."
For a couple days, roots of the tree, of the seed of the life, and I was like singing these songs of the roots of the tree, and it was so cool that my feet were the roots.
The roots, yeah. So when you go out onto the planet, out onto the grass, something you can do is just close your eyes softly as you walk. I think you have a yard a little bit, yeah. So as you walk around, just sense the field of the planet under your feet, and you can start by just turning your body in different directions and just see when it feels the strongest, or walk through your space and feel when you kind of lock into one of those like power spots or
Yeah.
like a vein of power.
Oh, I get it. You totally have worked with like you know how to do this. That makes a lot of sense. Like what I was being channeled.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we have much to do, and you know you can always come and do things at Good Medicine with me. I
I
have
can't wait till you're down here.
no.
That's so fun. It's like bringing the sunshine down to the valley.
Hey.
Yay.
Well, I'm very excited. Today was a very wonderful session.
Yeah, that was great. It was just surprise and fun and
Yeah.
good.
I'm gonna
Well,
try to paint that vision of the waterfall going into Pangea. It was like so beautiful.
cool.
Okay.
Okay. Well, sending you guys so much love there, and keep me updated on the news about the potential of a baby and when you're moving and all that stuff. I want to be up to date on all your stuff.
And Shanti is sorry he hasn't reached out. He's been busy with work stuff, but he'll be setting up his session with you soon.
In the right time, it'll all flow in. I'm so excited to work with him and so excited to skip around with you
I
in the
know.
Willamette Valley. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you know when we're down there. I'll try to
Oh,
hook
cool. Okay. Loving you so much.
you.
Bye bye.